This is a list of all the hiring mistakes we made while scaling our Amazon business to 8 figures. I spent hours going over our old hiring funnels and our internal discussions just to summarize these. I'm confident that this will help you to save some time and money, so let's dive in. Mistake number 1, hiring without clear expectations. If you are just thinking, I need help, I should hire someone. Well, that's not enough. You need to define what success looks like so you can then evaluate their performance and replace them if necessary. They should become the part of your machine, so you need to know which part. Define which part of the system you wish to delegate and then find the right person. Number 2, not having specific requirements. This goes hand in hand with the previous mistake. If you don't know exactly what you want to delegate, you won't be able to determine the requirements and you won't be able to filter out the candidates because you simply won't know what to look for. We should define the requirements based on the process we wish to delegate. Then we will know exactly what their skill set should be and we can test that properly during the hiring process. Number 3, not documenting the onboarding and the hiring process. Now imagine, you will find the right candidate, you will spend dozens of hours onboarding them and training them, and then after a few months, they decide to leave. And now you have to start from scratch. The hiring process should essentially be a funnel where you can always get more candidates in if you need it, without really changing anything. And also make sure to document the onboarding process. This is your time investment, so record all of the videos, record all of the instructions. Let's say you simply create a file called Supply Manager Onboarding where you include all of the questions they ask, all of the instructional videos you recorded for them, and you record all of the calls you had together. So all of your training materials will be in one place. And if you decide to replace them for whatever reason, you can then just hand over this file to the next candidate. This will save you a lot of time and a lot of headaches. Number 4, trying to make it all completely passive. It's a tempting idea that someone will just come into our business and take care of everything without us having to care, whether it's just one process or your whole business. Unfortunately, this does not really work. There is no elimination when delegating, just reduction. You are getting fractions of your time back. You will still have to lead, manage and motivate your team. Number 5, not letting go of your control. And this is essentially the other extreme. It is hard, especially with your first employee. You simply don't trust them enough, so you look over their shoulder and micromanage all the time. And if you do this, you are basically not getting any benefit out of that employee. Because the main reason why you wanted to hire them in the first place was to save some time. We need to build up the trust and let go of control eventually. Number 6, not defining key decision points. If you don't define accountability for critical decision points, you are asking for trouble. Because one of these two things may happen. Your employee can make a huge decision without your approval and cause you trouble. Or they will simply wait for your approval without you knowing about it, causing delays. And this would clearly be a gap in the process. You will save yourself a lot of headaches if you define who does what and when. Number 7, building a team of low-level generalists. I would say that this is probably the most common mistake, because your first hire is likely to be some general VA helping you with various tasks. So you may think, I need more help, so I will hire another one. The problem is that with general VAs, you still make all the decisions. You assign a task and you review the result. You may save some time, but you won't save your mental capacity and you won't create leverage in your business. The idea is to hire someone for a specific role with defined accountability so they can make decisions on your behalf. Number 8. Pushing everything to a single person. Once you discover the power of delegation for the first time, you may be tempted to give them more tasks, more responsibilities. But the thing is that your employees are not entrepreneurs, so they may have trouble juggling multiple responsibilities requiring various skill sets. It will eventually affect their performance. So sometimes it's simply better to hire another employee. Number 9. Not firing even though it's not working. This is a sunk cost fallacy. I spent so much time training them. Maybe they will get better, even though it's been 6 months and they are still making the same errors over and over again. Firing a person and repeating the whole hiring process is a setback. But the cost of having the wrong person of your team is so much higher. Number 10. Waiting too long to hire the first employee. You will have a hard time to go through the hiring process if you are completely overwhelmed just by running your business. It takes time and effort to develop a hiring funnel and onboard someone. You need the capacity to do that. So do it sooner rather than later. Number 11. Trying to reinvent the wheel. You are not the first person building a remote team. You don't have to figure out everything on your own. Learn from others who have already done that and speed up the whole process. Number 12. One of our main hiring guidelines was to plan slowly, hire fast, and fire faster. And the mistake is to do the exact opposite. So it essentially means that you don't really plan at all, you will drag out the hiring process, and then you will keep the wrong candidate on board. So the solution is to plan slowly, hire fast, fire faster. So to summarize this, you can avoid pretty much all of these by following this 3-step process. We build the system, which is essentially the process, we define the requirements, and then we plug them into our system. I believe that hiring process is very similar to product development. There is no formula that would guarantee 100% success rate, but there are steps that will definitely help us increase our chances of success. If you want a step-by-step guide and learn how to manage a remote team, make sure to check out this video here. And that's it. See you next week.